Greetings. I'm your host, Akia She, and you're tuned into a very special episode of The Red Pill. You're tuned into The Red Pill, your daily dose of knowledge.
The music called jazz.
The black man or the lack of black men in the home is an institutional thing.
Absolutely.
It's a deliberate thing.
I was born and raised in Oceanside, California, over 50% white. Because of that, there were a lot of hardships. I had low self-esteem because I hated myself every day. I hated white people every day.
You know, we've been conditioned to believe the same thing.
My name is Jonathan Henderson, and I am the Red Pill.
I was raised in South Central Los Angeles, born and raised. My city is a trap. It's an escape from all of that. We tell the truth. We tell why it's the way it is in our community.
In high school, when we learn about other people, you know, myself included and my friends, we were always wondering, like, okay, so we have one page about Martin Luther King. We have one page about slavery. I know there was some other people. How did we get here to where we are?
My name is Jamel Fortuné, and I am the Red Pill.
My upbringing was a little different from most people. I've always been different. Always wanted to help the youth. I've always been involved in education and community development. If the youth had more grandmothers and more great-grandmothers to pass down that wisdom, then we would be doing better off. I was raised in Compton, you know what I mean? What do you think when you think of Compton? I would say another major disconnect between the elders and the youth is the elders didn't pass down the knowledge. I'm tired of negative things being said about black people, black youth, and especially people from Compton. It's quality in Compton. I'm your host, Akia She, and you're tuned into The Red Pill. Welcome back to The Red Pill. Today we have two very special guests on the show. We have Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, Dr. Umar?
Good afternoon.
And we have Brother Aleem. How you doing, Brother Aleem?
I'm my best.
Absolutely wonderful. Today we're going to be discussing the responsibility of youth and community development. I'm going to pose my first question to Dr. Umar Johnson. When it comes to the youth, what do you think some majors where black youth are being underrepresented?
I would probably say that African youth are underrepresented in almost all of the majors. I don't think there's any area where we have sufficient representation. But I think that an area that all of our young people need to study, regardless of their field, whether it's social science, medical science, economic science, or creative science, we have to begin to get more interested and knowledgeable in the area of entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. Because today's college student cannot expect to look forward to a job, especially not of African descent. They're going to have to make their own way. So regardless of the major, I think where we're lacking the most is in knowledge and know-how of changing our profession into a livable wage business that we control.
Okay, so entrepreneurship, like an independent contractor?
It could be, but I want to go further than that. I want to go into business ownership. And even though an independent contractor is a business owner, normally as a contractor, you're not necessarily employing other people, and definitely not in a sizable amount. We need our people to be able to empower others economically as well. So we want to go beyond being a contractor to being a large-scale employer.